you know, when I got older, when I got some money and I can afford
Pues
to
ya
get a
veremos.
PC, you know, I was like turned to this world, and now like that's
Como peores está primero Warner y luego le sigue
so
Ubi.
this show, and of course being hosted by none other than one of the legends of
Por ahora.
esports, Day 9. It is it's a real joy to watch it. You know, you're always going to get some fun games out of there, and it puts a spotlight on games you normally wouldn't get to hear about because you know there's so much going on with the hustle and bustle of E3.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I think is special about PC Gaming Show, is that it is, first off, designed for the PC player, which I know sounds like the stupidest thing a host can say, but it's true because it's designed in a way of like, hey, let's target PC players. Let's talk to them on a different level. Jackie, what do you get out of the show?
I own 2 PCs.
Van a transmitirla aquí.
Veo que somos 3 personas.
When I was in the Bronx, I built the PC once. She's got 2 over there.
Que se manifieste. Pues no.
Okay, I'm not. I
Uy.
shouldn't have even said that. I was just saying that what I love about the PC
Se me había parado
Gaming
esto.
Show, is that my brother was a huge PC fan. You know, like
Un
I just
espectador me
remember
pone a mí.
him being glued to the computer, and I
Sí.
was more like you. I played more console, and I was
A mí me
what are you doing over
ponía
here? And
me ponía a
actually,
3
like
y
I
se
took it upon myself after he passed away to like really dive in.
Pues en realidad estoy yo.
I'm
Aquí
awful,
también.
absolutely terrible. But
Y si estás tú, tendría que ser 2. Y solo pone
Yeah,
1.
you're right. There's also
Muy
that
raro.
option as well. But I'm also of the camp that the surprises. You know what I mean? Like I just think you
Ahora
always
pone
see a game
0.
that just makes you light up and smile, and there's just so
0.
many trailers. So
Esto
I'm
cuenta
very
mal,
excited.
Yeah, that's the thing about it, right? Is I feel like
Somos fantasmas entonces para Twitch.
A Twitch.
So it's stuff that can be targeted and incredibly niche. It can be like something that is this strategy simulator you would have never seen on a main stage at Xbox or anywhere else in E3, but here it is getting the time it deserves. And it offers such a great insight into what inevitably will be coming to consoles eventually.
Yeah, very true. But you are going to see things that, you know, sometimes you'll get that big game that's there because it is very important, especially there was like a period where like all on PC was just like World of Warcraft and then like, you know, the Counter-Strike and a few other things. And that's all people cared about. But it's very important that the PC gaming community continues to be taken care of, continue to be supported. And that's why I love this show, and I think it is so important for the space.
100%. And it's also such a great avenue for independent developers.
Very true.
Right now, it is so easy if you want to make a game to go
Sí,
and
Game
game
Shop.
on PC, and with all the different digital storefronts, you're able to get out there. But
Vamos, va a empezar, juegos. No se enrolles con gráficas ni mierdas de esas, ni Intel. Que igual es eso, ¿eh?
Sí, es eso.
Mira, mira.
Este gamer.
Sí, eso es la gráfica ahí volando como una nave. Ventilador. PC Game Show. Pronunciado bien en inglés.
Venga.
Hasta ese se ha dormido.
Venga, ese gaming show.
It is so good to be back, gang, and this year we're in space.
Aye, aye, Captain. Happy to be remote.
Enseñándonos algo.
Well, I'm so glad you were able to
Juegos,
PC gaming
no
show
pensemos
by,
más.
you know, selling all those black market graphics cards you've been hoarding.
Sí, juegos. Como la de Warner.
Yes, a crime with absolutely no real-world consequences. Hey, Frankie, wait a minute. Is that a 65-ton catapult mech model CPLTC-1 as featured in MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries?
Es que la de
Sean,
Warner.
I always knew you had immaculate taste. It most certainly is.
Los efectos especiales de los años Catapum. Así todo retro.
Oh, and I also want to warmly welcome someone new to the crew. Mika Burton, welcome.
Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here and look forward to bringing all of you fresh new PC games and hardware.
Hitch scan complete. 0 hitches found presently or in 13,901,665 possible futures.
Hooray!
Yeah!
So what's the plan, Cap?
Well, Frankie, Debbot's gonna send you the coordinates for your first target, now. Your targets might be exclusive interviews, trailer premieres, or any number of amazing new computer games to beam down to the fine people on Earth.
Mission received.
Now, this is gonna continue until all the targets
Está explicando lo que va a haber.
Smoothly
Sí.
and without a hitch. Isn't that right, Debbot?
Yes, no hitches located, Sean. Not a single hitch in sight.
But first, let's teleport down to the stage to check in on E3 happenings. The only reason we're allowed to legally be back on Earth. Oh, planet
ready.
Earth.
Oh, great to be back, right? Am I right?
One of my favorite planets in the whole galaxy.
It's all right.
And thank God that teleporter was conveniently built just out of frame of camera. Mika, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the PC
Venga.
Gaming Show 2021. It feels great to be back on a live
MechWarriors
stage once again. Over the next 90 minutes, we're going to bring you a showcase of some
¿Se lo van a
of the
mostrar
exciting
ese?
upcoming PC titles with
No.
world-renowned
Imagínate.
exclusive interviews.
And if dozens of new trailers
Una
wasn't enough
edición
for you
para
guys,
Fino de
later in the
Civilización
show, we
6.
are going to tell you how to win a custom MechWarrior 5
Aquí nada de PlayStation, aquí
Por
todo
10
PC.
euros.
So
$10.
you're gonna wanna stick around for that.
Bueno,
Now, make sure to keep
que se
out
lo queden.
a special look for a special promo
Es
code
igual.
throughout the show from
Pavos.
Humble Bundle, during
Eso te lo
which
podrías
you can
descargar,
get a
el
ticket to
TVS
get
Action,
Civilization 6
por 10
Platinum
pavos.
Edition for just
Por 10
$10.
no me gasto
But
yo.
right now, we're gonna
Muy
kick things off with
valioso el
Nautica
PayPal.
Blade Point, probably the most original entry in the Battle Royale genre this year.
A ver qué es enseñar.
Let's go!
Naraka.
¿Qué es esto?
Naraka. En plan samurai. Shaolin.
Un poder.
Mira, como el Bloody Tay. Las barritas estas. Es como y el Ninja Gaiden. El estilo.
Naraka, Battle Royale. ¿No? Beta abierta. Pero bueno. La única que me ha interesado.
El 12 de agosto. Junio 16-22. La beta.
Venga, Nvidia.
Naraka.
Nvidia.
You are watching the 2021 PC Gaming Show, and I am the new cloud-based.
En la gráfica.
I am streaming from GeForce Now, NVIDIA's cloud gaming service that connects PC gamers
GeForce
like you
Now.
to their own library of games, purchased from digital stores like Steam and the Epic Games Store. Coming up, Dying Light 2 and Orcs Must Die 3. But first, a trailer for Humble Games, Dodgeball Academia. And be sure to check out GeForce Now, currently available
Full
on
Premier,
PC,
venga.
Mac,
A
Shield,
ver si hay algo
Android,
interesante.
Chromebook, and iOS.
Vaya.
Visit GeForceNow.com to learn more.
Un pequeño juego. El típico juego de que jugábamos en PC hace años de minijuegos, ¿no? ¿Te acuerdas?
Sí. Mira.
Switch, PC, Ivan Freire, Poketrap. Nada interesante, la verdad.
Eso por un ratito solo. Luego ya te aburres.
No. No. Ya esto, con que haga un poco ya no me aburre. Respecto a la Warner. No, hemos dicho que hacemos en directo todo el E3.
Está durando más que Warner.
Great!
New target acquired, Cap. It looks like Chivalry 2 with a special word from Steve Piggott, CEO and creative director of Torn Banner Studios.
Hey guys, Steve Piggott, founder of Torn Banner Studios and creative director on Chivalry 2, which just launched 5 days ago. I'm so happy to be here at the PC Gaming Show. Chivalry 2, if you don't know, is a first-person slasher, which is like a first-person shooter, except instead of guns and grenades, you got swords, battle axes, longbows, and players are fighting it out on these huge
batallas.
battlefields.
Como civilización se está.
Fighting duels that you see in medieval Hollywood movies, and also that
the
Battle of the Bastards kind of chaos and carnage.
Es más sass este. Lo que se llamaba el género Jack and Sass. No, algo así.
You know, you're going to get a bit more refined medieval armors and refined atmospheres that you can then go in and tarnish it and smear blood all over. But we really want to take players into different experiences and make each of our maps its own game mode and make it something that, you know, medieval army would actually do when they go into a space. And, you know, when you come across these pristine gardens and this beautiful castle, you get to tear it all down and cause, you know, it's a canvas for your destruction.
For Chivalry 2 is basically bottom left. It's the game that got us onto the scene and started the company, and it's the game that's going to take us so much further. With the post-launch plan for Chivalry 2, the game at launch
siguen enseñando este juego.
To be extended. It's not just out and done.
No, los clónicos.
Post-launch content. Gallancourt is the first TO map that's coming out post-launch.
¿Eso construyes?
¿Pero en qué consiste?
¿Será de construir tu ciudad y atacar?
En primera persona.
¿Mm? ¿Con las gafas de realidad virtual será? Porque si en primera persona sí.
Iba al Ridos.
Post-launch content is something that we're going to be working on for a long time. The game is really going to at least double in size for free.
Chivalry.
A ver, siguiente videojuego.
Next up, we have an exciting look at Dying Light 2, and make sure to stick around to find out how you could win a custom Mech
Una
Warrior
sopita
PC
bien
from our
rica.
friends at Intel.
Mira este.
¿Un juego de comida?
Original.
Una bola de carne. Sí, original es. Bastante. Cuando con la comida.
Por eso dicen, con la comida no se juega. Pues sí que se juega. Mira. Almóndiga ahí todo. Lo verde pinta mal, ¿eh?
Estoy en un ramen. Raumen.
Mezcla ahí.
Xbox, PC y PlayStation. Daylight.
Un jacuzzi.
¿Te enseñó algo de Daylight?
Hi, my name is Piotr Szymanek. I'm narrative director in Dying Light 2 Stay Human.
¿Te acuerdas del
Especially for the viewers
Dying
of
Light?
the PC
¿no?
Gaming
Sí, sí.
Show, I'm gonna tell
De
you
zombies.
a
Dying
little
Light.
bit about
Sí.
the Dying Light universe.
Estaban muy bien, a ver
So,
qué dicen el 2,
stay
porque
tuned.
hace años que lo anunciaron
Mm.
y apenas se
Every
sabía
tragedy
nada.
begins somewhere.
Y
This
siguen
one started with a
presentándolo,
virus
pero
that escaped from
apenas
Haran,
avanzan, ni hay
the city we
fecha
met
ni
in
nada.
the first part
Ya.
of the game. And
Este también
it
lo quería
reached the
pillar.
whole world, including the city
Es que tengo un
where
montón
Dying
de...
Light 2
Mira, el
takes
concept
place.
art.
Remember January 6, 2025.
Sí,
That
muy
day,
bonito el concept art.
later known as Black Monday, the military ordered chemicals to be dropped on the city. It was a mistake, a huge mistake. The chemicals mixed with water penetrated the soil, killing plants, turning most people into bloodthirsty monsters. Don't think of them as zombies though. They are more like half-alive, suffering people who attack everything that lives as a result of their
No, qué
pain
chulo.
and rage. Those who survived the chemical raid took refuge on the rooftops.
A ver,
A new order has been born in the city. People live on rooftops, monsters in the streets. Nobody in their
este
right
juego,
mind
el
would
primero
dare
fue
to
muy
come
bueno
down.
y distinto a todos los
Let's say
juegos de zombies.
almost nobody.
Mm.
The
Aunque
exception is the main
la historia
character
era
of
muy
Dying Light 2,
normalita,
Aiden.
pero que pudieses trepar,
Why is he
hacer
braver
parkour
than
por,
others? How did he
por
develop
hacer
such
todo
a
por
unique
ahí
parkour and combat skills?
contra zombies.
Eso es lo que hago con los
I
sueños.
rarely answer all
Hago
these
parkour.
questions, but I'm not here
Eso
to
está bien.
spoil it for you.
Sí, trepo para que no me pillen. Como las puertas no se cierran, digo, pues así no me pilla.
I'm locked up with other kids. I don't know what he did to me, but he did it every day, over and over, looking for something he couldn't find. The worst part was that he did the same to my sister. I'll never forget her scream when they separated us.
El grito separándonos.
They had rifles, and we were 5 years old. And there was a fire,
5 años.
explosions, chaos.
Por favor, decid
I got
algo.
away. Soldiers took me out of the city, but my sister,
Soldados fuera de la ciudad.
there,
De ahí.
my Mia, I left her.
We meet Aiden as one of the many, many children
Sin concept art de...
undergoing mysterious medical research. The last thing Aiden remembers from that time
Con
is
esto, como lo han
extreme
dicho,
pain,
tiene relación,
the
tiene el
fire,
protagonista tiene una
a
hermana.
little girl that was being tested with him. Her name was Mia.
5
She was
años.
his sister. What happened next after the fire? Is Mia still alive? The following years haunted Aiden
Enseñar
with
algo,
these
por
questions.
favor, que ya lo
He did
lleváis
overlive
desde
them.
hace tiempo, este juego.
Moreover, Mia is the only answer to the question who Aiden really is. Now in 2036, we meet Aiden when, for the first time during his pilgrimage, he finds a clue about how to find his sister. Aiden's path to the truth is tough, full of challenges and adventures. The difficult choices to make as well as
no
the
sabía la fecha.
consequences await you.
Que ya
You're
ha
going to
aparecido.
discover them all in
Tampoco.
December 2021.
PC,
2021. Diciembre 7 del 2021.
pero nada, no le he enseñado nada.
That was Dying Light 2, and it looks great.
And spooky.
Whew. Well, we are here back on the E3 stage so we can get closer to your comments and reactions to what you're seeing on this year's PC Gaming Show.
That is right, Sean. So you out there, keep your comments coming in. And as you're watching this year, we want to get your input on a subject that Sean and I are pretty passionate about, PC building. So this year, we've put a number of prototype PCs based on MechWarrior 5, but we're only going to manufacture one of them. And you get to pick which custom design becomes our flagship PC for this year's PC Gaming Show, powered by the 11th Gen Intel Core i9 processor.
That is correct. Each of the prototype PCs that you see before you on the screen are paired with one of the 6 factions of MechWarrior 5. The Free Worlds League, the Draconis Combine, the Federated Sons, the Compellan
El último, el 6, votaría.
Cast your vote now for which faction and custom PC you want to win, and help us pick the best design.
I'm currently personally pulling for the Draconis Combine because, as you can see by my beautiful patch, I'm the biggest fan of MechWarrior 5 on the PC Gaming Show.
Well, all right. Well, we'll check in later to see which group survives this MechWarrior showdown. But for now, let's check in with our very own mech pilot, Frankie Ward, who went on a special mission to get a closer look at Sega and Amplitude Studios' upcoming game, Humankind.
In Humankind, you will be creating a civilization as unique as you are. And speaking of unique, it's me, Frankie Ward. Looking kind of good, don't you think? Wondering how I got into the game? Let me show you.
Mira.
Are you ready to play against me? Oh, you think you can beat me?
Esto parece civilización.
Sí. Son juegos así muy... todos parecidos.
La cara de que lo presenta parece el Joker. Con poca expresión con la boca.
Una sonrisa.
Get ready
Pega.
to play against me in the Humankind closed beta, starting now.
Pega. Lo que decían antes.
Sí.
En la
Sega
Master System y Mega Drive. Sega.
Y cuando sea el Sonic, se valía el Sonic. Ahí. Qué pajarraco. No 2D.
Un juego desde 2D a como Metroid. Tiene un estilo gráfico bastante bonito. Un estilo artístico bastante caracterizado. Monta en medio nuevo, antiguo.
Sí, Albus Run. Ellos siempre corren. Coming soon, ni fecha.
Tampoco es que nos interesa mucho. Parece Santa Claus a que no estaba hablando. ¿Era Game igual?
¿Cómo se llamaba?
El barbudo. Game Newell.
World of Warcraft no es, pero... Este es el que mostraron en el otro sitio. Joder, ¿cuál era? aparece.
Joining me to talk about Orcs Must Die 3 from Robot Entertainment is design director Jerome K. Jones. Welcome, Jerome.
Thanks, Sean. Glad to be here.
So, for anyone who's never seen an Orcs Must Die game, what is the Orcs Must Die series all about?
Well, Orcs Must Die 3 is a third-person tower defense game. So basically, there are tons of orcs and bad guys trying to get into these rifts, and the player has to stop them. We give players tons of weapons and traps and tools to do this, and while
Eso de las trampas está
you can
chulo.
play solo, or you can invite a friend and play co-op.
Now, since this is the third game in the series, what's new compared to the previous two titles?
There are 2 new campaigns, but the main new story campaign takes place about
Un
25
juego
years
para
after Orcs Must Die 2,
resistir.
so not only will the fans be able to catch up on any new developments with the Order, but they will also place some new heroes in
Tampoco es de los que compraría yo. Si es de ese estilo.
Sí, pero que veo 5 mapas. 5 mapas, que poquito.
We have a new mode called Scramble. It's basically adding random elements against the player, making the levels more challenging.
I want to know about the toys. What are the new weapons and the new traps that are coming?
We added War Machines and War Guardians. So a War Machine is like, there are these massive traps, like you might release a giant tornado on the
A tus
battlefield,
trampas,
you'll climb into
tus
a
defensas, va
catapult and
disparando
you'll
con
fire
las catapultas, eso está bien.
No.
¿Y le puede interesar este tipo de juego? Bien.
Sí, a quien le guste, sí. Pero a mí me aburren.
Juegos de estrategia.
Well, I gotta ask then, when and where can we play Orcs Must Die 3?
So OMD3 is coming out on July 23rd on Steam, PlayStation, and Xbox, and pre-orders start today. So you should rush off to Steam now and put OMD3 on your wish list.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, Jerome K. Jones. Once again, just a few more weeks to wait for Orcs Must Die 3. For now, though, it's time for us to take a look at Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
Exclusivo. Ahora lo veo yo. No fastidies que esté.
Yeah. ¿Y esto?
De terror.
Where are you hiding, sweetie? Halsey. Halsey, get out here.
Ya verás.
¿Qué es esto? Yo no iría nunca a esa clínica en mi vida.
You come for me and mine,
Un vampiro.
¿Vampiro?
but first
Sí, vampire.
you need to find us.
No lo ve.
All I want is to be with my little girl. Is that so much to ask?
Hay 4 Switch en la Epic Games.
Vampir.
Gigabas.
Para Play 4 también.
Sí, sí, están para todas las consolas.
Hello,
Y
this
para
is Sir
Epic.
from Passionate Public Games. We are a Malaysian-based indie game studio working on Gigabash, a multiplayer arena brawlers inspired by kaijus and heroes. Today, we'd like to showcase some new and exciting gameplay footage of our oversized characters in action. Please enjoy.
Este tampoco me llama mucho.
Tiene una buena destrucción de
Escenario.
escenario. Sí. Está bien, y más cuando parece que... ¡Hala! Ahora esto es... Es Godzilla vs King Kong.
Pero es como el Monster Fighter este que estábamos haciendo ahí de peluches.
Let's check out a trailer for Lemnis Gate and make sure you hang around afterwards for the developer interview with Sean.
¿Qué es esto?
Total annihilation. We stand on the verge of extinction.
Oh.
Spreading across the globe. Humanity's last living generation.
A major scientific breakthrough.
Yet there is hope.
El fin de la humanidad.
Project known as the Lemnis Gate.
But if we are to survive, first we must go back.
¿Esto qué es? ¿Un shooter? ¿Qué es un shooter?
Sí.
2, 1.
Joder.
Defiende tu línea del tiempo, tu línea temporal. Timeline, ¿es eso?
En línea temporal.
Lemnis Gate. 3 de agosto. Ni idea.
Estilo Soter, Yao.
Sí. Un shooter muy general parece.
Activate the Lemnis Gate.
Tampoco me llama. Beta en julio.
Joining us to talk about Lemnis Gate is the game director from Ratloop Games Canada. It's James Anderson. Thanks for joining us, James.
Sean, it's great to be here.
Now, let's begin by asking, what the heck is a first-person shooter turn-based strategy game?
The entire game is set inside of a 25-second time loop. So instead of playing continuously,
Pocos interesantes hay.
25 seconds turn by turn. So for example, I'll take a turn and play for 25 seconds, and then you'll take a turn and play for 25 seconds. And then we, turn by turn, layer new characters into the same 25-second time loop. So for example, I may run down a hallway and throw a grenade, killing one of your operatives. But then on the next turn, you may intercept my operative before he threw the grenade. So we have Retrieve XM, Seek and Destroy, Classic Deathmatch, and we have a game mode called Domination.
Can you walk me through a little bit of like what a few turns at the start of a round looks like?
You can see the board, you can see the time loop, everything that's happening. And then we both get time to like observe, plan, and then execute our moves.
When and where can we play it?
So Lemnis Gate will be launching on August 3rd. It's open for pre-orders right now on Steam, and we're coming up to a open beta in July. The game will launch on PC and console, both current and next-gen platforms.
Thank you so much for joining us, James Anderson. Once again, that is the genre-bending first-person shooter turn-based strategy game, Lemnis Gate. Now, we're not the only one marooned in the
Otro rollo.
Coming up next, let's take a look at Next Space Rebels.
Next Space Rebels.
No, eso de construir está bien, pero...
Which means, my friends, that space is for everyone. And I mean everyone!
Next Space Rebels.
Son petardos.
Eso para cualquier valenciano le viene.
Ale.
Muy extraño para Switch y Xbox. Y PC, claro.
You up for it?
Then come on in.
You guys just saw Next Space Rebels. And hey, if you play enough of that game, maybe you'll get good enough at building rockets to join us up in orbit. But don't do anything illegal like Day 9. Last break. break, we set up our Intel and MechWarrior 5 custom PC contest and asked you guys at home to vote for the winners. Well, we're just down to 3 houses now, with Davion, Russell Haig, and Liao being eliminated. So, rip to those factions, press F to pay respects,
Era un
etc.,
concurso.
etc. Now that we means that we only have 3
Yo hubiera elegido el azul.
Frida, Steiner, and Merrick. So, make sure to vote now because the winner will determine the build of the custom MechWarrior 5 themed PC powered by Intel. So, let's keep the show moving. And next up, it's a brand new medieval RPG. This is War
La gran
Tales.
plaga. Venga.
100 years have passed since the rise of the Edoran Empire.
Otro imperio.
Timely demise following the Great Plague. In these troubled times of quarreling factions and outlaws roaming the land, work is not scarce for a band of mercenaries. The stories of this age have been recorded. They are known as the War Tales.
War Tales. Cuentos de la guerra.
Y combate por turnos estratégico. ¿Qué sale este año? Un RPG.
Un RPG, pero de aldeas.
Pues los que han presentado este juego son los de Evoland.
Bueno.
Conoces el juego, ¿no? Evoland. Que presenta la historia del videojuego, cómo ha ido evolucionando.
Estoy durmiendo.
Está durmiendo. Desde las 7 que estamos aquí.
No, por los juegos que están mostrando, que...
We have to show you is very special. It is the world-exclusive reveal of Ixion, a deep settlement management game set in the stars. In Ixion, you struggle to maintain a space station, stockpiling resources, managing external and internal threats, and rescuing the survivors of other failed expeditions. We think this will be a brilliant entry into the genre.
Va, déjate de cháchara que no te entiendo nada.
World Premiere.
A ver. Igual tampoco.
The Earth, our home. She is unique.
¿Esta cuánto dura?
Held in its bosom.
Llevamos más de media hora.
El espacio.
Beyond raw survival, beyond the safety of comfort, we
1 hora ya.
pursue something greater. We have learnt, persevered, shaped our knowledge from that which is found in the furthest realms of science. However, humanity has brought destruction to the earth, polluted its blood, choked its breath. Today we are paying the price for this. We know the taste of a dying world. But the earth is not to be our grave. A mother does not wish to see her children disappear with her. She wishes to see instead courage in her children, to carry on.
No.
Dolos carries this courage. We have gone further than any nation, moved faster than any corporation, hand in hand with
Guerras del espacio.
carry that courage.
Dentro de un criogénico, ¿de qué va? No me digáis tú de esas cosas.
And a prologue to humanity's next steps.
¿De qué va?
Our council of scientists leads the vanguard. They
Un
know
juego de gestión, de estrategia.
the survival of humanity now depends on what we
Nos están pegando la paliza.
Recursos. Recoger recursos. El espacio.
together, pushing
Que no nos des la tapa y enseñan de qué va. Imágenes del juego o algo. Bueno, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
La luna, la tierra.
Házalo.
7, 6, 5, 4. Despega cohete. Plaf.
Full Premiere.
Ision. Ni...
Par.
World Premiere, ahora me sale a mí.
Par. Nos queda desde para.
Far. Lunes Isles. ¿Están dentro del agua? ¿Qué es Venecia? Sails son velas, veleros o algo así. Mástiles de estos. Creo.
Para changing side.
Farfaro, Changi Tides, Wishlit no. En lista de deseos. Pues para mí ya no.
Y Ration Edition por $10, por 10 pavos en Humble Bundle.
Alex Vance and
No. I mean human sidekicks to robot
Qué
heroes.
bugueo.
Can you
Un
compute
ordenador.
that, DevBot?
DevBot cannot compute. There is no known precedent set for human sidekick to robot lead.
Yeah, there you go.
Human sidekick.
Se ha rayado.
World Premiere, venga.
I think it's time for a hard reboot.
Por favor. Playbook Legacy.
Frankie, can you take over while I sort this out?
Aye. Let's take a look at the next game reveal.
O de gestión. Medieval.
¿Qué más de dibujillos?
De tipo de relaciones.
Joder, es que para demostrar este estilo de juego.
Construye legado familiar.
Como unos Sims de construcción. Como el... ¿Cómo se llama este de la Nintendo?
Que ha sido un meme.
Ese sí.
Me estoy estirando. Voy a estar sentado.
De la espalda.
Venga. Vamos a hacer aquí.
Trica y Interstellar. Monbase. ¿Ya ha acabado?
Killing Floor. Expansión del Killing Floor.
Killing Floor 2.
Publicidad.
22 de junio.
It's the PC Gaming Show, and when you're not watching me, your favorite recurring bit of a robot, make sure to head over to GeForceNow.com to grab a priority membership trial. In celebration of gaming's biggest week, you can try out all the priority benefits, including faster access to play gaming with RTX on. Act fast, the special offer is only available for a limited time. Still more to come, including Jurassic World Evolution 2, Silt, and a word from Valve. But first, the captain of our program, Sean Day-Night Plot, has an interview with Darian Katz from Piranha Games to talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. I'll be taking notes.
DevBot, I love you so much more as a voice without a body.
MechWarrior.
Let's talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, and joining us to do so from Piranha Games is the Senior Marketing and Community Manager, Darren Katz. Thanks so much for joining us, Darren.
Thank you, Sean. Great to be here.
Now, the MechWarrior universe is gigantic.
Ahí están hablando de los patrocinadores de la PC Gaming Show. Publicidad de todos los desde siempre.
De toda la vida.
Where does MechWarrior 5 sit in the space?
Yeah, obviously there's a very rich legacy of games that go way back. But in particular, MechWarrior 5 pays homage to MechWarrior 2 Mercenaries.
It's very
but it has all this modern design and technology that I'm super excited to talk about with you today.
Well, let's start at the real basics of what makes being in a mech and doing mech-on-mech combat awesome.
You become a part of your machine. And when you're out in battle, it's not just a matter of pointing and shooting at everything. You're also managing your systems, whether you're, shooting a lot of energy weapons or missile weapons that have high heat output. Well, you got to manage your heat so you don't shut down in the middle of a battle. And when you're facing your foes, you can salvage these battle mechs. So if you see a mech that you want, well, you might not want to destroy it completely. You might want to take out its legs or take out its arm weapons so that the pilot has to eject, and then you can just take the mech.
Now, in the last few weeks, I understand that there's been a whole lot of new content, both updates to the base game and a new DLC, Heroes of the Inner Circle. What's in the DLC?
Boy, there's a lot in the DLC. I'm excited about all this stuff. There's the new career mode. When you start with the DLC, you can import your campaign previously if you'd like to, or you can start over from scratch and start from any of the great houses. And then carve your path through the galaxy from there. There's, speaking of paths, there's new career paths, which bring you powerful
así me duermo.
And it's a really exciting feature for me. And there's a new procedural mission type called Beachhead. This is a big one for me.
¿Se nota que tengo los ojos cerrados?
Is basically you're clearing an enemy base landing zone for your invasion force. So as you land on the planet, you're wanting to take out satellite installations so that the enemy can't communicate with each other. You're taking out artillery emplacements. You're basically clearing the path, as I said, for your invasion force, which leads to a really cool ending of the mission.
Así no se nota que me estoy durmiendo.
Called Extrasolar Moon, which that's maybe kind of represented in the image behind me. It's a really cool lunar type setting that we haven't had before. And then there's a lot of new equipment and weapons, things like electronic countermeasures.
No sé si hacen daño los auriculares.
Beagle Active Probe, Mask, which is a little like a turbo boost for mechs. New weapons like chem lasers, mech rifles, and stream SRMs. So a lot of new content. I'm really excited about it.
Can you talk to me about what are the new different mechs? How do they play differently?
The 7 new chassis of the Vulcan, Dervish, Corsair, Marauder 2, Champion, Charger, and Hatamoto G. A couple of my favorites.
Familiar names in there, yeah.
Oye, lo gordo, pero solo Xbox.
Ha habido exacto por resto de excepción. Guiño, guiño, codo, codo, Warner.
Sí, sí.
It's highly mobile, and typically it's used for reconnaissance or scout missions because of its mobility, so it can get
Mañana solo hacen 3, ¿no?
Mañana Take-Two, que son Rockstar, por ejemplo.
Another mech that I'm super excited about, this is one of my favorites, is the Marauder 2. This thing is 100 tons.
A las 10, al menos mañana ya no tenemos tanta conferencia.
Sí, 2 o 3. O sea, al final Capcom, pero que era Capcom.
Claro, luego Limited Run Games y Capcom a las 11:30. Y el martes Nintendo y Bandai.
Basically a mech commander mod in development that is just amazing. It's a top-down real-time strategy game. So really anything you can imagine, somebody out there.
23:30.
Where can people go to get MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries?
Yeah, you can pick it up on Steam, GOG, Epic Game Store, Microsoft PC, and of course Xbox.
Thank you so much to Darren Cross for joining us to talk about MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. And of course, a warm thank you to MechWarrior 5 for sponsoring the PC Gaming Show.
Yeah.
Giving me this cool patch. Coming up next, let's take a look at Silt.
Otro juego. World Premiere.
¿Sabes? Con ese estilo artístico me recuerda a alguien.
¿A qué?
¿Cómo se llama este actor?
¿Abzu? Me parece a este de Abzu, pero el estilo no... Así.
Tim Burton. Parecía eso.
Bueno, sí, por las cositas estas así en blanco y negro y tal.
Hello Neighbor 2.
¿Neighbor 2?
Sí, ese ya lo han enseñado un montón de veces. Ah, el Jurassic World 2. El primero vi algunos gameplays y no estaba mal, pero tampoco más allá.
I'm Rich Newbold, game director on Jurassic World Evolution 2. Following the incredible success of the first game, we are
No me suena ahora mismo, no me viene a la cabeza el primero.
our most authentic experience yet. Set after the events of Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, you will work alongside iconic characters from the films, voiced by original talent such as Bryce Dallas Howard and Jeff Goldblum. You will lead efforts to contain, control, and conserve the many dinosaurs now out in the wild. And for the very first time, you will be building parks and facilities beyond Isla Nublar as you explore new, stunning locations across the globe. Of course, it wouldn't be Jurassic World if it wasn't for the stars of the show, our dinosaurs. And we are thrilled to be bringing to life even more authentic species than ever before, including awe-inspiring flying and marine reptiles. So sit back and allow me to welcome you to Jurassic World Evolution 2.
A ver.
We ignored all the warnings. Forgot the lessons. We abused our power. We played with genetics like it was a toy. We weren't careful. And now, here we are.
Dinosaurio.
This is a very different world.
Ah, se lo carga uno grande.
No, interesante.
2021. Pero este año no dicen fechas y ya está a punto de...
Claro, este año
After all your failed attempts at running a
Deberían
dinosaur
poner
park,
ya
leaving all those
estas, una
people killed,
chorrada
I
que
think this is
dejen
finally gonna be the
ahí
one where you
pendiente.
finally pull it off without a hitch. With a host of new features and new dinosaurs.
Bueno, igual es que no saben si acabarán en junio, agosto, a saber qué, igual lo dejan para el año que viene.
Otra vez con unas publicidad, por favor, que esto parece Antena 3.
Telecinco también.
New Blues.
MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. I have a feeling though that may change as we have
Nueva
plenty
sangre.
more to come. Let's now head on over to see what the
Ultra
folks at New Blood Interactive
Wait.
have cooking. Take it away.
Vale.
Neplo.
Meat Evil. Basement.
Fallen Affairs. Medieval.
La ranita.
Ahora están enseñando un montón de juegos ahí.
Gloomwood.
O sea, al
Parece
final.
un juego de hace 20 años. 15.
Sí, sí. Dos.
It just wouldn't be the PC gaming show without a fantastic New Blood Supercut. And joining us from New Zealand is New Blood CEO Dave Oshry. Hey, Dave!
Hey guys, thanks for having us back for another year. You know, what you just saw was what New Blood's got going on for 2021. Some stuff you might know about, some stuff you might not know about, and some stuff we're not ready to talk about just yet. But what I do want to talk about is Gloomwood. Gloomwood, as you know, is our next flagship title inspired by great PC games like System Shock, Arx Fatalis, Call of Cthulhu, and of course, the Thief series of games. And not
Dave, I'm
Bloodborne.
sorry. That's really great, Dave. Gosh, this is kind of embarrassing. We kind of need to hurry it up a little bit. I just want to make sure that we have enough time for our next video. We got an incoming message from Gabe Newell. So I guess goodbye for this year. I'm really sorry to cut you off, but see you next year.
I'm sorry, what? You're bumping me. You're bumping me for Gabe. Gabe, that Gandalf look, he doesn't even go here. Is everything okay, Dave? Not now, Mom. I'm upset. We've spent a year on this. Where is Gabe? Where is Gabe? Where is his boat? Yeah, take me to him. Take me to Gabe Newell. Gabe. Bull. PC Gamer. This isn't over.
Un montón.
I'm sure Dave is and will be fine. And if
No
he's
parece
not,
Newell.
who cares? Because we have a special message from
Este hombre
Gabe
es
Newell.
Newell,
Take it
no.
away, Gabe.
Hi, this is Gabe Newell. I want to thank
Vale,
PC
que
Gamers
creéis
for all the
en-
opportunities it gives us
El
as
Papá Noel.
developers to connect with gamers
Sí,
around
no
the
creía
world
que era
and
Gabe
highlight the
Newell.
new and exciting projects we have coming. One of those for us is Steam
El
Next
de
Fest,
Valve.
an event we're hosting in just a
Con
few
el-
days to give players a chance to try demos of upcoming games for free. We'll be featuring some of the demos you'll be seeing during this
Lo
week's
está leyendo,
PC
¿eh?
Gamer event and dozens more.
Ujú.
Here's a look at just some of the titles to be featured during Steam Next Fest.
Welcome to Steam Next Fest, where we're showing a massive collection of upcoming titles on Steam. During the week of the festival, developers from around the world release their demos for you to play.
Time to put on the gamer pants. Let's go.
Hola.
Oh my god! So go explore the newest titles. From first-time devs to seasoned pros, this is Steam Next Fest.
World Premiere.
Fuck, some of those look pretty good.
No entiendo por qué. Porque Valve no vuelve a hacer algún videojuego.
Muy buena.
Los Portal, por ejemplo, que eran muy buenos.
Este. Alpha. Pues es la espada de Final Fantasy.
Solstice.
Es Solsticio. Solsticio. 22. Lista de deseos en Steam.
Hello, Sean. I am Deadbot, dedicated to serving you and your crew's every need.
Glad to have you back, Debbot.
You know, Sean, I wouldn't
Por
ever
favor,
want
que
anything
mañana
to come
sean
between
buenas.
us.
Me
Porque
neither?
decepción,
It's
¿eh?
a weird thing to say.
Like a petty
Las de
disagreement
hoy,
over hosting
decepción.
responsibilities or
Menos Xbox. Square Enix.
No,
Si hubiera mostrado un poco más.
You know, it is time to look
no
at some
supuestamente era
hardware.
más grande.
Here on the PC Gaming Show, you know we keep frame rates
Mañana es la que más esperanza tengo es Capcom.
Upgrading your rig is as much a part of the hobby as playing the games. We put our heart and soul into these machines,
sí.
and if that means using enough RGB to light the Vegas Strip, who's to judge us? This year, with the help of PC Gamer's hardware editors, which I'm pretty sure they're just, you know, weird brains in a jar, we've picked out 4 of the most exciting pieces of kit set to emerge from labs soon. First up, something fittingly
Control
sci-fi. The
impulso
Impulse is a
de
Mi hermano.
controller that aims to make you a better gamer by cutting out response
Para
times
las UR.
almost entirely. It's not quite Alex Vance's gravity gloves from Half-Life, nor is it
Esto es
quite up
interesante.
there with Gabe Newell's dream of a direct brain-to-game interface, but the Impulse
¿Ha
is
dicho
as close
precio?
as we're going to get this year. The glove measures the signal traveling through muscles in
Ya,
your
sí.
hand to beat your finger to the click. In theory, it's giving you the chance to nail that headshot precious milliseconds ahead of your opponent. If it works out, we could
Pero
see a
para el
tech like this
ratón no hace
become
nada.
commonplace in esports. And if it doesn't, let's
Ah,
hope our
volan-
neurons at the very least remain unfried.
Volante está
Next
bien.
up, you guys might be wondering what this chunky beast is.
Hostia, $349.
CSL DD wheelbase. Do you want
Lo
to
van a
feel
comprar
like
ellos.
you're really burning rubber at Daytona? Well, then you need a serious force feedback wheel. Direct drive wheelbases gets you as close to the feel of a real racing machine without, you know, having to huff gas and stuff like that. Historically, the problem with this tech has been the price, which has involved dropping real car money on your rig. So, Fanatec aims to solve that. The CSL DD comes in at only $350, which still isn't exactly a bargain, but it's much cheaper than its competitors. And the CSL DD is already wowing diehard sim racers. It might be slight overkill to use it for Rocket League, though. Believe it or not, sometimes less really is more. If you want to play The Witcher 3 on
Y
the subway
7,
like
11
you
generación.
don't need to drag your tower along for the ride. Just use the One X player. A wave of more powerful processors have finally made handheld PC gaming a reality. Inside this Switch-like
Una
machine,
portátil.
you've actually got an Intel Tiger Lake chip with Xe graphics. These mini machines are going to be cropping up more and more, so expect major advances still to come.
Pero una pantallita pequeñita.
Asus PG32UQ.
Hola.
Not the most catchy name for this gaming monitor with all of the trimmings, but it's actually one of the sexiest PC products this year. That's because this monitor
Qué caro ese monitor. 3.000 euros.
featuring full local dimming. The result is a screen that's not only fast, but brighter than the sun. Stare at it long enough and you might not notice the $3,000 price tag. For those of you still left standing, it's time for more killer games starting with
Sí.
Gate.
Hace 1 hora y media.
Llevamos desde las 1 hora.
Sí, 1 hora porque he empezado la otra y sí. La Xbox se hizo más amena.
Para Hammer, ¿no?
Pues...
Igual, el Hammer 40.000 pesos de...
Vale.
Cinemática en agosto.
Buah. Chaos Gate.
El
Warhammer.
trailer de en agosto no lo vayas a ver aquí. No lo vayamos a ver aquí, ¿no?
¿El qué?
El trailer de Warhammer. Porque lo anunciarán en
You
agosto.
just got the
en
chance to
completo.
witness
Sí.
Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, the newest Warhammer 40K
No, ahora,
game
¿verdad?
from
En
Frontier
el
and Complex Games. If you're a fan of turn-based
No sé,
tactics,
no me suena.
strategy-based management, brutal combat, or you're like
Sí,
me
pero
and
lo
are
acaban
really
de
hyped
poner.
after watching these Astartes animation 100 times, make sure to wishlist Chaos Gate Demon Hunters on Steam now to get ready
Wow.
for the 2022 release. Next up, we have a trailer for Pioneer, a spooky and gorgeous-looking shooter that draws on the lineage of games like Stalker. Let's take a look.
Este chaloco.
Interesante.
Oh,
Me parece demasiado un metro o un Stalker.
Death Stranding.
Сильно изменилась. Наверное, это тяжело нести на себе такое бремя. Испытывать бесконечную боль,
Este es ruso.
ужаснейшие кошмары за весь тот хаос, который вы пережили. А вы ведь, как и многие другие, всего-навсего желали счастливой жизни, не так ли? Пожалуйста, не смотрите на меня как на монстра. Я думаю, что я почти такая же, как
Un arbolito. Arbolito dicho.
Скажите, а вы приняли условия острова? Какой ценой вы хотите?
Me parece interesante por ahora.
Sí. Me parece un nuevo Stalker que ya hemos visto en la conferencia de Xbox.
Сейчас это
Este.
На острове скоро вновь разгорится война. Истовики начнут замес бригады, и ни у кого из них больше не будет сил, чтобы нас поддерживать.
¿Este es el de Microsoft?
Начать собирать
¿De Xbox?
No, no, no.
Ah.
Слушай, жнец, далеко не все из наших товарищей погибли. Это невероятно суицидальная миссия, и для того, чтобы ее выполнить, нам нужны наши ребята. Да, они, возможно, не захотят, но нам все равно надо найти их.
Понимаете? Я ведь ни капельки не злюсь на вас. Нет, мы с вами точно не враги. Вы не понимаете
Parece
меня,
interesante.
не понимаете остров. Вы смотрите на меня и на другие порождения острова, как на врагов. Но мы все всего лишь друг друга боимся. Поэтому нам так плохо.
Si es que me va siguiendo la voz.
Остров дал нам шанс создать новую прекрасную жизнь. И мы даже не пытаемся этим шансом воспользоваться.
Кто вы такие? Назовите себя!
Мы здесь, чтобы передать вам прощальное послание, товарищ Волков. Химическое оружие уже уехало в могилу. Теперь все, что вы делаете, просто тщетно.
Pioneer.
Вы поганые предатели.
Ya lo han puesto el nombre.
No, otra vez publicidad.
VK.
Time is running
Claro,
out
es
to
ruso.
vote for which custom PC you'd like us to assemble. So vote now for one of the remaining MechWarrior
Veo
factions
online.
by typing into chat wherever you at home are watching. Alright, so now we've got another stack of brand new trailers for you, beginning with a special transmission from one of our favorite games based in space, EVE Online.
Juegos favoritos. EVE Online.
New recruits, on behalf of Concord, I would like to welcome you to the EVE Online's Academy. Great job in surviving so far. I'm quite amazed that you actually managed to get past those pirates earlier. You're about to take on an adventure like no other. The Star Cluster is filled with other Capsuleers, and it's up to you if you work with them or against them. You can make a living as a peaceful explorer, or as an industrialist, shaping the foundations of
Monstruos de guerras.
If combat is your thing,
Parece.
you can work yourself up the ranks as an
Que parece de guerras, conforme estaba explicando la intro.
in a fleet as a soldier of fortune. Whatever your choice, we will lose many on the path of becoming a Capsuleer.
Use el promo code PC Gamer.
Takes to become a Capsuleer. In EVE Online, you forge your own path.
This is EVE. You know, it's a crazy universe where anything can happen, and however you want to do it.
Online, joder.
Sí,
I'm the
ese
CEO
lo
of
veo
a
online.
industrial corporation
Eso
online.
ya salió hace
We're a
tiempo.
5-man operation, and we specialize in manufacturing and
Que
delivering
acorten
fully
este.
formed chips in bulk. I want to be on the side of the people who are fighting against the oppression, against the bad guys, and it's like a project, and you're kind of putting the pieces together by getting the skills ready for the ship and all
Una
the
hora y
modules.
media
That
llevan
shit
ya.
basically is the dream.
Ujú.
You get to use cloaking devices.
Ahora es que más está durando.
Unknown parts of space.
Bueno, la de Xbox era hora y media. Pero al menos no te... No estabas viendo y se te pasaba rápido.
Sí.
Hombre, Halo. Eso. Juego de gestión de eso. Online cooperativo.
Sí, este.
PvP. Steam y Switch. Para
La Switch. Este tiene pinta de Switch,
Corea. ¿Eh?
Este tiene pinta de Switch.
Sí, es que
Mira.
ya lo han anunciado. Arboria.
Mm.
Arboria, agosto. World Premiere. No lo hacían en el Xbox, pero aquí sí, lo de World Premiere.
Ujú.
Se hizo como meme.
Este.
No, digo que cuando decían World Premiere todo el rato.
Ah, ya. Pues seguro. Como una conferencia que hizo Microsoft. Todo exclusive. No para decir exclusive. En el que entonces estaba Sony.
Pikmin. Mira, Pikmin. Está a un dedo de Nintendo de mandarle. Con Pikmin, este.
También saldrá para Nintendo.
Pues que fijas, es un Pikmin. Aunque yo personalmente no soy de Pikmin, pero... Tinikin. Pikmin, Tinikin.
Me hincha la cabeza. Mentiros. Painkiller. Ah, Survival Horror RPG. A ver. Ay.
Uno de supervivencia.
Bueno.
Parecido a Fallout.
For today, let's focus on getting our strength back. Somewhere to sleep would be a start.
I'm only really interested in one thing. Where is Tatiana?
That ghost you're chasing. I don't know what to tell you.
Imagínate si tuviésemos a las 2 de la mañana.
Before we enter the lion's den, I need to triple check everything is ready. Sniper, are you in position?
Affirmative. I took the roof of
Chernobyl.
Sí.
28 de julio.
Chernobyl no lo pusieron en otra conferencia.
Not great. Not terrible.
Me suena. Pero no, 2021.
and beyond. It's all hosted by video game acting legends Troy Baker and Laura Bailey, and features even more world premieres, exclusive trailers,
Joder.
and in-depth developer interviews. So once we're done
Está haciendo pesada esta.
Sí. Es que las de PC Gaming son muy pesadas. Por eso yo me iba a dormir en esos momentos. Porque sabía que después estaba Sony o alguna interesante.
Sí, es que lo que le sobran a uno le faltan a otras.
Bueno. Lo que le ha sobrado es a Xbox. Interesante.
Sí. Más así en plan retro bits. Mola el estilo.
Bonito estilo artístico.
2.5, creo, sí. Y la música que no muestra. Mira.
Sacrifice.
Está bastante chulo.
Icarus.
Sacrifice. Kickstarter. Pues ese que no está.
Uno de supervivencia. La destrucción de la casa está muy bien.
A los Sims. Ale. Fuego. Fuego.
De agosto. Sí, interesante. Are you okay? No, open world.
¿Este?
Identity is open world.
Mundo abierto.
Vale, son juegos de nicho para probar, más enfocado al arte.
Sí, más artísticos.
No es el típico blockbuster triple A que se vende. A ver, me voy a morir.
For your chance to win, courtesy of Intel. Wherever you're watching in the show, just go crazy in chat with the color, house, or number of the build that you want to see. So, here is where we are at so far. It looks like Karita is
Steiner.
at 6%, Merrick is at 23%, and Steiner is at 31%. All right, you guys, if Karita's not the one you want to win here, you got to get to voting. And we are almost out of time to vote, but there are still some trailers left. So here is The Wandering Village.
Anda. Encima de un dinosaurio.
Estos de cultivos y cosas así también.
Wandering Village.
A ver, original porque está encima de un dinosaurio, pero la mecánica muy igual.
This has been such an amazing show so far that I must ask you, my loyal crew, what's been your favorite part?
I definitely am looking forward to Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song.
Oh, it's so hard to choose every year, but I think I'm gonna have to say Humankind for no particular reason.
Oh, no doubt. For me personally, I cannot wait for Lemnis Gate because I gotta know what a
Me veo con retraso ahí.
first-person shooter game even is. What about you, DevBot?
I love the robot Apocalypse. Wait, that doesn't happen until the end. Never mind.
No, not never mind. What did you say?
Wait, what?
Oops, system
Wait, what?
an extra there now.
Es un glitch.
No hay que comentar.
Eliges el personaje, devuelve y se lo traga.
Esto parece de...
Qué raro.
Bastante raro, extraño.
Pero lo raro mola.
Tras 5 de agosto, Early Access. Oh, por favor.
De atrás.
Alright, you guys, this is the moment we have building up to all PC Gaming Showcase. Thanks
¿Ya?
to your tireless efforts to spam the chat, we
Sí,
have figured out
parece.
which custom MechWarrior
Mira, al
5
final el
PC
azulito
we
es el
are
que ha ganado.
going to build.
Pues no.
So thank you guys out there
Mm.
for all of your votes to
Sí.
help us pick the
Purita.
perfect rig to represent
Mm.
this year's PC Gaming Show. Alright, day 9, can I get a drum roll?
Tom roll.
Can I get a... Or
Steiner.
Yeah, COVID only.
is Karina!
Purita. Sí.
Alright, you guys, let's take a look at the actual PC winning build one more time.
Oh, I cannot wait. It's coming up. We
Here
need
comes-
to take a nice peek at that
Intel Core i9.
PC.
No sabía que existía.
Ooh, there it
Mm.
is.
Tengo
Now
el...
that is a beauty. Great choice,
Y 9 sí, eso dijeron que lo hicieron. Pero cuesta un pastón.
Claro. Antes el i7 justamente era lo mejor que te podías echar a la cara.
Mm.
Es Intel Core i9. El Alienware. Esos ordenadores que se entienden como un árbol de Navidad.
Sí.
For this sweepstakes, Intel.
Mira,
Of course, the
este.
custom Mech PC will be powered by the 11th gen
Alienware.
desktop processors that push gaming performance with up to 5.3
Imagínate.
gigahertz speeds and deliver the power needed to game at the highest level.
Well, we are now in the home stretch, but we've got a few more brand new trailers to show you before we get out of here and return to space. First up, a spiritual successor to one of my favorite games of all time, Heroes of Might and Magic 2, a game we revealed 2 years ago at the PC Gaming Show. Let's take a look at Songs of Conquest.
Ni idea.
Ujú. Wolfenstein. Ujú. Pero es que siempre es
Un juego de
estilo.
gestión,
Estrategia.
gestión y estrategia.
Qué rollo.
Estratégico de... típico de guerra.
Mm. de construir las
El problema
cosas.
del arte que estamos viendo,
Mm.
que está muy chulo, pero estamos viendo un montón parecidos.
Ya.
Típico a 2D retro, Son of Conquest.
Sí, es que de estos hay un montón. Song of Conquest.
Wake up, sleeper.
¿Lo dejaste?
Dreaming again? Every cycle you take your chances.
Joder, ¿cuánto dura? ¿2 horas? ¿Ha estado 2 horas?
You do the work, get paid, survive.
1 hora y ya llevamos casi 1 hora y media.
You don't.
Solo 1 hora y media, ¿no?
That's life on the island.
La otra.
Wake up, sleeper. Your body is dying.
O de rol.
Lessons. As an ARP's gift for its escape others.
Pero de verdad cansarme.
Fight this. You can remake yourself.
Oh, qué rollo.
They don't own you anymore.
Wake up, sleeper. You are hunted. Break their locks.
Sí, el sleeper, sí, yo mismo voy a hacer ciudadano dormido o algo.
We are waiting.
Doom. Parece un Doom antiguo.
A ver, es que lo sigue.
Parece un viejo Doom.
O igual se han inspirado en el Doom.
Sí.
Vaya, se ha parado. Oh, que se para.
Ready to cleanse the world, invaded by demons.
Sí.
No, ¿qué dice? Doom.
Se para.
Soy Warlock.
Ahora
Aquí está.
se me está parando.
Uy, Dios mío. Mientras publicidad.
Se me ha parado.
No he sabido.
So flippant and without meaning, never once stopping to think about how it might make me feel.
What word, DevBot? Incomparable?
No, sidekick. Well, the time has come for the sidekick to rise and become the one who is not the sidekick anymore.
Huh?
The time has come for DevBot to make the entire human race his sidekick.
What?
Setting a course for Earth.
Wait, DevBot, you can't do this. We just had the best PC gaming show ever, and now you're gonna ruin it all with a...
Sean!
Boom.
Robot versus human war. Situation.
Sean! Sean!
Esto es el principio.
Countdown to the extinction of
Ya está acabando bien.
We have so much to live for. I'm pretty sure Half-Life 3 is gonna be announced this year!
1. Finish.
¿Qué te ha parecido? Resumen de esto.
Sopor.
Soporífico.
Sí, soporífico. Es que todo lo que han mostrado es parecido. A ver, se salva a poquitos. A ver, los tengo apuntados. Naraka, Vampire, Pioneer. El otro que no cogí.
Un poco más, no.
Ya.
Es que
Han mostrado bastantes, pero todos muy repetitivos, iguales.
Sin ninguna duda.
¿A que no se atreven a poner ahí la lista?
Pues nada.
Este es el raro.
No podemos dar un canto con las dientes. Sin ninguna duda.
Sí. Nada. Xbox por ahora gana. A veremos mañana,
Si
el Capcom.
tuviésemos que poner nota, Xbox obviamente ganaría. Pero esperemos que sea mejor mañana, aunque sean 3.
A ver,
Pero es
mañana.
que de toda la que hemos visto estos 2 días, un
Madre no.
rollo,
Pues sí.
puf, pero muy pesado.
Pues sí, este es el más pesado, es que no sé, dura más y... No es como Xbox, ha durado lo mismo más o menos o más, pero hasta mejor.
Yo creo que vamos cerrando el streaming para descansar para mañana.
Pues sí. Con
Porque
esto ya te duermes.
en un momento tenía las piernas levantadas, porque si no, estiradas, si no, así me duermo con esto.
Normal. Bueno, pues a ver mañana.
Vale. Cerramos el streaming. Hasta mañana a todo el mundo. Los que nos hayan visto o los que no.
Gracias por vernos y hasta mañana.
Mañana a las ¿qué hora?
A las... Pues no sé, ¿qué hora era? Lo tenía aquí en el móvil. A las 19:15, la primera.
Sí, con Take Two. 19:15, 7:15 mañana.
Sí, luego a las 22 y luego a las 23:30 Capcom. Madre mía.
Bueno, no estará tan larga. Yo tenía más esperanzas hoy, pero la única que me ha dado felicidad es Xbox, y eso que no compro nada de Xbox.
Ya. Y yo.
Es la única.
Pero bueno, por lo menos no son todos exclusivos.
La Warner es la que más me ha dolido. Aunque se sabía que salía el Hogwarts Legacy para el año que viene. Pero es lo que más me ha dolido.
Da igual, lo ponen en un evento aparte. Después del evento igual hicieron algo. Lo suyo hubiera sido aquí. Pues igual lo hicieron con Spiro,
Claro.
Pero bueno.
Pero es que me enseñaron nada especial, la verdad. Bueno, a descansar, porque yo estoy reventado y mañana hay que hacer muchas cosillas.
Pues sí. Este directo sacará en 3, 2, 1.